A rich man and a poor man are Christmas shopping on Madison Avenue when they run into each other and talk about the gifts they've bought their wives. The poor man asks the rich man what he got his wife for Christmas, and the rich man says, "I got my wife a diamond ring and a Mercedes-Benz." The poor man says, "That's nice, but what did you get her the Mercedes-Benz for if you got her the diamond ring?" The rich man says, "If she doesn't like the ring, she can drive back to the jewelry store in her new Benz and pick out one she likes." The poor man remarks how nice it must be to be able to afford that for your wife when the rich man asks, "Well, what did you get your wife?" The poor man says, "I got her a new pair of slippers and a..." The rich man asks, "What did you get her the dildo for if you got her a pair of slippers?" The poor man says, "Well, if she doesn't like the slippers, she can go herself." A man is sitting at a bar, enjoying a drink, when an extremely unique individual walks in. He was surrounded by dozens of beautiful women. His body was covered in expensive jewelry, and his head was an orange. Overcome by curiosity, the patron of the bar asked the newcomer, "Dude, what happened to you?" "Well," he said, "I found a genie's lamp in my attic and made 3 wishes, but the genie f***ed all of them up. I wished I could get any woman I wanted, but now this crazy mob of women never lets me out of its sight. Then I wished I had the world's finest jewelry, but he fused it to my skin." The patron was shocked. "What was your 3rd wish?" "Oh," he said, "I wish my head was an orange." At a motivational seminar, 3 men volunteered to come up to the stage and were asked the same question. When you are in your casket, and your loved ones are mourning, what would you like to hear them say about you? The first man said, "I would like to hear them say that I was a great doctor and a great family man." The second man said, "I would like to hear them say that I was a wonderful husband and teacher who made a huge difference to the children." A girl visits her boyfriend on a Friday night. "Girl, is that a banana in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?" "Boy, actually, it's a banana. They were on sale." "Girl, okay, is that another banana in your pocket, or are you happy to see me?" "Boy, it was a 2-for-1 sale." "Girl, alright, fine. Is that yet another banana in your pocket?" "Boy, well, with savings like that, I'm not going to buy just 2, am I?" Every Friday, a guy would walk into a bar and order 3 beers. Then he'd sit at a table, drink each one by himself, and leave. He does this every Friday for a few weeks, until the bartender becomes so curious that he has to ask the guy about this routine. "Well, you see, I have 2 buddies, and we always had a beer with each other when we were together. But now they both moved to different parts of the country. We still keep up the tradition, where we're at, and have just 1 beer for each of us on Friday nights." His curiosity satisfied, the bartender goes back to serving his other customers. This goes on for several months until one day the guy comes in and orders only 2 beers. Seeing how sad the fellow is, the bartender brings him his 2 beers and offers condolences for his loss. Confused, the guy asks why the bartender was offering condolences. "It's just that since you normally order 3 beers, but tonight you only ordered 2. I just figured something must have happened to one of your buddies." "Oh no, we're all just fine. It's just that it's Lent, and I gave up drinking till Easter." An Irishman is walking on a beach when he stubs his toe on an old metal box. He opens the lid, and a genie pops out and praises him for letting him out after 500 years. He offers him a wish. And the Irishman says, "Every evening after dinner, when I pee, I want to pee the finest Irish whiskey." "Done," says the genie, and vanishes in a flash. That evening, after dinner, he puts 2 glasses on the table and proceeds to fill them with whiskey. He and his wife absolutely swear it's the best whiskey they've ever drunk. This continues for the entire week. On that Friday, the wife prepares dinner, and after clearing the dishes, she sees only 1 glass on the table. She says, "Hon, where's my glass? Tonight you drink from the bottle." One Friday, 2 women were sitting and talking. One woman looked up and saw her husband coming down the street with a bunch of flowers in his hand. She rolled her eyes and said, "Here comes the *** hole with flowers in his hand. Now he'll expect me to spend the weekend on my back with my legs in the air." Her friend promptly replied, "Don't you have a vase?" A man walks into a crowded bar on a Friday night, and there's a big commotion going on. Curious, he walks into the crowd and tries to find what is so exciting. Looking up, he sees several pieces of meat hanging from the ceiling. Even more curious now, but also rather thirsty, he works his way to the bartender. The man asks the bartender, "Why are there pieces of meat hanging from the ceiling?" The bartender grins. He replies, "We have a special going on right now. If you can jump up and hit all of the pieces hanging, then you'll earn free drinks for the rest of the night. However, if you miss even one, the entire bar's drinks are on your tab for the next hour. Do you want to give it a try?" The man looked up again, weighing the odds. "No thanks, the stakes are too high." A wife comes home late one night. She quietly opens the door to her bedroom. From under the blanket, she sees 4 legs instead of just her husband's 2. She reaches for a baseball bat and starts hitting the blanket as hard as she can. Once she's done, she goes to the kitchen to have a drink. As she enters, she sees her husband there, reading a magazine. He says, "Hi darling, your parents have come to visit us, so I let them stay in our bedroom. Did you say hello?" A man came home from work one day to find his wife on the front porch with her bags packed. "Just where the heck do you think you're going?" said the man. "I'm going to Las Vegas," said the wife. "I just found out I can get $400 a night for what I give you for free." The man said, "Wait a minute," and then ran inside the house, only to come back a few minutes later with his suitcases in hand. "Where the heck are you going?" said the wife. The man said, "I want to see how you're going to live on $800 a year." A married couple was lying in bed one night. The wife is curled up, ready to go to sleep, and the husband turns his bed lamp on to read a book. As he's reading, he periodically reaches over to his wife and fondles her special bits. He does this a few times, but only for a very short interval before returning to read his book. The wife gradually becomes more and more aroused, and assuming that her husband is seeking some encouragement before going further, she gets up and starts stripping in front of him. The husband is confused and asks, "Why are you taking off your clothes?" His wife replies, "You were rubbing me downtown. I thought it was The husband says, "No, not at all." His wife asks angrily, "Well, what the hell were you doing then?" "I was just wetting my fingers so I could turn the pages in my book."